is Benjamin Okeze Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, and Real 99.1 FM every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu's mandate, gains of quality representation. It is the weekly engagement of Representative Benjamin Okeze Kalu with the good people of Abia State, especially Bende Federal Constituency, and we call it Ben Kalu's mandate. Ben Kalu's mandate is on Flow 94.9 FM, both on the terrestrial platforms and online platforms, and also the Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM Umahia, Real 99.1 FM Aba, Family Love 99.9 FM Umahia, and ABN Online Radio and TV. Bridging the gap between the parliament and the people is the program Ben Kalu's mandate. My name is Michael Oni. Our regular guest, Representative Benjamin Okeze Kalu, an astute lawyer, a businessman par excellence, a young and vibrant politician, currently the member representing Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, occupying the seat of the Chairman House Committee on Media and Public Affairs and doubling as the spokesperson of the House, is joining us virtually. Glad to have you join us, Representative Benjamin Kalu, and welcome to Ben Kalu's mandate.
Thank you, Michael, and I'm happy to be here. It's a pity we are starting behind schedule, but let's see what we can do with the rest of the time. I hope we improve on the technical issues subsequently.
All right, thank you very much. Let's begin with the midterm scorecard assessment of the National Assembly, especially the lawmakers. The other newspaper has been churning out statistics using the number of bills sponsored by lawmakers at the House of Representatives, and the latest being the number of, out of the total number of 1,365 bills sponsored in 2 years, 10 out of the 203 new bill representatives, first-timers in the House of Reps, sponsored 195 bills. And a very commendable feat is that you, Representative Benjamin Kalu, tops that chart with 41 bills. You ranked first position in the bills tally of Abia representatives first. Now you're ranking first out of the 203 newly elected representatives in the 9th National Assembly, and currently ranking 4th position nationally. That's a very high, this is highly commendable, being a first timer in the House. How does this make you feel? And if you can reveal the secret for aspiring lawmakers also, it will be fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. We give all glory to God, and it's the product of having a good team that you work with, selecting the efficient staff. I have a very good staff, collection of beautiful minds that work with me, and I drive them hard. Oftentimes we work in the office till late into the night. Surprise, sometimes we're in the office till 10, 11 o'clock when others have gone home. And hard work always shows, smart work always shows in the fruit that it bears. So I give glory to God, and also the staff, the team that I work with, the dedication they have shown, and my also determination to fulfill the promise we made in our manifesto. And actually, the driving force is when I remember those who have elected me. Like I always say, where I come from is made up of great minds. They bend the people, and they are watching you like a hawk. Every step you take, every move you make, they are watching. And there are a lot of people who are competent to do what you are doing. So you must do it, good. You must do it very well so that when they do the appraisal, they will know that they actually sent their best. So that is a driving force. It's not been easy, but God has been faithful, and also the leadership of the house and also my colleagues have made it easy for this to happen because their support has been tremendous, both from the leadership of the house and also the membership of the house. I support them, and they also support me, and that is very, very important in any legislative activity, that you have this all-round support. And from my constituent as well, the moral support, the encouragement, those have been motivating. Although I must tell you that this kind of achievement also attracts a lot of enemies. It also attracts a lot of people who are not happy, a lot of envy, a lot of jealous. Why should you do that? Why must you do that? But it's not about competition, because nobody looks at how many bills the other person has done. You just keep doing what you're doing. There's no place where you go and compare. Oh, am I doing better than him? It's not based on competition. It's based on what I saw that Nigeria needs. It's based on hunger to make things right in the country, in my state, in my constituency. That had the driving force. And like I always say, the the best way to measure members who are representing you, not really on bills alone. There are other indicators that I mentioned last time, and I'm also challenging the CSOs, the civil society organizations, to start looking at other indices, like how many times the person appeared during plenary, participation in debate, how many motions, community appearances, community hearings, community meetings, oversight functions, how is he active there, and also how accessible is the person to his constituents that is represented. Is he available? Does he have a constituency office? Is he functional? Is he addressing the needs of the people? Constituency project, are the people feeling you are in part? Is there anything? So those are things, because there are so many people who have not done bills, but if you go to their constituency, they are doing tremendously well, in making sure that the dividends of democracy gets to the people. At the end of the day, it's the people that matters. So if it is a trophy, it belongs to the people, those who have elected me, and those who have been supporting me, and those who have been working hard to make sure that they sustain my stay here, that I've come to serve the people.
All right. Interesting. So let's talk about the PIB that was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday. And of course, the Petroleum Industry Act is now bill providing legal governance and regulatory and also fiscal framework for the Nigerian petroleum industry, that development of host communities and related matters. Now, this bill, interestingly, has remained in the National Assembly for more than a decade. Interestingly, it has been signed, but there are issues. Let's talk about some of the modifications that were made before this assent. Were there modifications, and if yes, if you can let us into that, and what do you have to say about the bill and the agitation from the public, stakeholders, even PDP, Pan Niger Delta Forum, Ijaw National Congress? They've expressed displeasure over the development, saying the president failed to heed to their complaints on certain areas.
Yeah, first of all, I must say that what the president assented to remain what was presented to the president from the clerk of the National Assembly, as confirmed by the various chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives. There was nothing that was added to that particular piece of legislation, and having said that, we're supposed to actually commend this current administration for breaking the jinx. It's been ongoing for about 20 years. It may not be perfect as it is, but we have started the journey of improving the sector. Like I always say, there is no piece of legislation that is perfect. Even the one made by God is still being questioned by men. The Ten Commandments has been questioned time and time again by men. So we are mere mortals, and when we make laws, we are bound to be questioned. But is it better where we are now than before? For me, the bill has a much improved outcome for the sector. And yes, everybody has not won. You may not say the communities won the way they wanted to win. They wanted more than what they got, but they wanted more than what they used to have. They got more than what they used to have, even though they wanted more than what they got. They got more than they used to have. There's still room for improvement. Definitely, yes. Okay, so who do we really see as the winners? The government has won. The government is about the people. By looking at this sector as a sector that needed a new energy, a new model that will, make it more competitive, make it more inviting to all the international investors, and also the major oil companies as well, because they are going to be seeing a whole lot of innovation that is different from what it used to be before now, that will help them make more profits and also have a more seamless operation. So, but the host community should not think it's just all about lawsuits, because the framework that have been put in place for the development fund is actually a very interesting framework.
Okay.
The host community development fund. If they follow that framework, what it's going to do is going to open up opportunities for better infrastructural development. Because like many people have opined that the model that is proposed by this particular piece of legislation has a market-based approach. It has a market-based approach, so implementing it is where we should be more focused on.
All right.
Many people have argued that the 30% of NNPC limited profit that is going to be dedicated to the
Frontier basin.
I
was going to ask you on that. There is this ethnic coloration to the accent of this bill, especially that frontier basin's 30%. So let's get your reaction.
I've said it before.
Yes.
There is nothing like ethnic, because the frontier basin you're talking about. See, have Calabar. That is big one in Calabar. Calabar is in the south. We have another frontier basin that is in Anambra State. It's also in the south. So we have south, we have southeast. It could be anywhere tomorrow. And let's leave that coloration. That coloration is divisive. That coloration does not have a healthy nation. But what we should be asking is for the implementation of this particular piece of legislation. Certain things must be in place to ensure that it is not going to be free for all. That 30% of NNPC, you don't just wake up and you say, okay, let's grab it and start working with it. You have to find out as a house, as a city house, if there's a way to put to make this go through the system of approval that the National Assembly will be involved to ensure that don't just go and grab money and say, oh, this is a frontier state, give us that, this is a frontier state. Although that the law has proposed a system that must be followed before even a state is declared a frontier state, for an activity to be declared as worthy of exploration, there are technical, scientific grounds that must be made before you can enjoy that person. But even at that, it's important that we see a way of strengthening the disbursement of that amount to be more transparent and also very credible. Yeah, people have argued as well that with that 30% that many people are going, most states are going to be relaxing on their push for a non-oil economy to back to these oil dollar states that all of us have been crying that we are long overdue for migration from oil dollar states to non-oil economy. So you find out that if there is free money, people will not have enough energy to push for alternative sources of income. But really, is it really free money? I don't think it is. So our eyes should also remain on diversifying the economy, seeing that the lifespan of our oil and gas is not as long as it used to be.
All right.
With the introduction of alternative sources of energy and the transition that is moving from fossil fuel to alternative sources of energy like solar energy, wind, and other rest of them. So,
all right. It is still Ben Kalu'S mandate, of course. Another edition in the month of August where the weekly engagement of Representative Benjamin Okezie Kalu with the good people of Abia State. He represents Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives. We take a break now. When we return, we continue the conversation, especially the area of groundbreaking ceremony of the 1.3 billion naira road and ecological intervention in Bende Federal Constituency. I think that's the biggest conversation we will have today on the program. So stay tuned. It is still Ben Kalu'S mandate.
Is Benjamin Okezie Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Ozita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu'S mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu'S mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, and Real 99.1 FM every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu'S mandate, gains of quality representation. All right, thank you very much for joining us. It is still Ben Kalu'S mandate and, of course, the weekly engagement of Representative Benjamin Okezie Kalu with the good people of Abia State. It is the third edition of the program for the month of August, and of course, this program runs on several radio stations in Abia State, God's own state. Now, Representative Benjamin Kalu, of course, we've been speaking on several issues, especially as far as House of Representatives is concerned, and especially the passage of that bill into law by President Muhammadu Buhari just yesterday. Now let's move on, talk about some other issues. Unfortunately, the House lost a member. Very unfortunate situation. A member of the House of Representatives from Ondo State. Unfortunately, can you say more on that? I believe it's not a good mood at the House as it speaks. As a sad one indeed.
Yeah, like you rightly pointed out, it's a sad moment for the House. Though we're on holidays, there's some of us who don't really go on holidays because we keep interacting with the media on issues bordering on the House. We have felt the pulse of most members of the House with regards to this death of one of our very good member called Representative Adedayo Omolafe. Dedaya Molafe is representing Akure South, Akure North Federal Constituency of Ondo State. And, we call him, he has an alias name, we call him Expensive. Very friendly gentleman. And he recently hosted members of the National Assembly in his house, where he shared a lot of clothes from Yoruba clothes around. So he was, a member that we actually will miss a lot. It's a painful period for us.
Quite unfortunate.
And we ask that the family will have the strength to bear this loss, and let them accept the condolences of the Bende Federal Constituency, and as well as Abia State.
All right.
And the entire country. He died while serving the nation. So when we resume, we are going to perform the various legislative rituals that we do for all our members who took a bow while serving the nation. So a very sad moment, but we ask that his soul rest in peace.
Amen. Representative Adedayo Molafe was the member representing Akure South, Akure North Federal Constituency of Ondo State. Now let's talk about some other issues quickly, just briefly. I know you do not like to talk about the court case, but your constituents are asking questions, and they are asking pertinent questions, and I believe you need to talk to them concerning this court case. I understand that the judgment will be delivered on the 23rd of August, of course, regarding that lawsuit filed against you. I don't know if there is anything you want to tell your constituents, your fans, and of course some persons that are looking up to being like you, a young and vibrant lawmaker in the House of Representatives.
Like I said severally on this program, that I belong to the judiciary. I may not be practicing now because I'm representing my constituency, but my career, I'm a lawyer, and I know the provisions of the law with regards to matters that are before the court, and it's some judicial status. If you start talking about it, it is contempt. Me, not only the press, even individuals are dragging me to discuss this matter. I have confidence in the court, and if it is before the court, I have lawyers who are there handling it. They can do all the talking. Mine is to wait and see the outcome. That is what is expected, as difficult as it is. But that is what discipline will have me do. I had the person who took me to court who was addressing the press. I won't do that. He's not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I won't do that. If the matter is done and I have anything to say, if at all I have anything to say, I will say. If I don't have anything to say, they are all my younger brothers. With the one sponsoring him and the one that is before God, they are all my younger brothers. So, as a leader, you should have a large heart to accommodate embarrassment, shock, denting your character, all those things. If you are not tough enough to handle all this, then you're not cut out to lead your people, because everybody will not be shouting Hosanna for you because you are leading well. They didn't do it for Jesus Christ that I follow as a Christian. He raised the dead, he healed the sick, he made the blind to see, yet they say crucify him. In the midst of his efficiency, in the midst of working for the people, they still say crucify him, kill him. And if it happened to Jesus, who is Benjamin Kalu'S, that it cannot happen to him? People will throw up any debt on you. and make it sound very good. And after this, another one is going to come. Don't think this will be the last one. You might wake up one morning, they say you did this or you did that. You do that. It will always be there, but the court is there to be able to help. So we are confident that courts will look at what we have presented before,
right,
and see what they do about it. And I must say this, when I was in tribunal, I don't know the faces of those who were in that tribunal until the tribunal finished. In fact, it was only when they laid me in evidence that I saw them. I never discussed my tribunal. I went to court when they invited me to take my testimony. And after that, if I see them on the road, all the people in that panel, I wouldn't know them. Never maintained contact. I never had their contact. The same thing appeal. I didn't even go to court for one day. I didn't even appear in that court for one day. So I don't know the color of the face of the judge. I just allowed the lawyers do their job. And this one, I've been to court once. If I see the judge on the road, I will remember his face. And that is the truth. And that is my own way of doing things. So let the lawyers who have been asked to do this job, let them do it. When they finish it, we will not know whether to say something or not to say something. But if the question is whether I'm going to forgive those people who are dragging my name to the board more at the end of it, I will forgive them. Because one, I'm a Christian, and two, I'm a leader, three, I'm their elder brother, and I'm supposed to give a good example for them to follow. Right. Another topic, please. Let's not discuss this issue. Yes.
All right, let's take the final the question I have here on my lineup. Then we throw the lines open. It is still Ben Kalu's mandate, weekly engagement of Representative Benjamin Okezie Kalu with the good people of Abia State, a program that runs on several radio stations in the state. Let's talk about the biggest one, the groundbreaking ceremony of the 1.3 billion naira road ecological intervention that was approved by the Federal Executive Council some weeks ago. Of course, we spoke about that, and we learned that there is a date for the groundbreaking ceremony of that Umumenyi Umpa Road. I hope I didn't murder the name of that place. Of course, the ecological site there, which you attracted, of course, by your representation. This is obviously a big one for your for your representation at the House of Representatives. So let's know the preparations and what the people should do, the part they should play on that day during the flag off, and also the date, and hopefully the project when the project will commence.
Thank you, thank you, Michael. As you know, when I was campaigning, I visited the nooks and crannies of Bendel Federal Constituency. I really campaigned. I really went around. But beyond this last campaign, remember, I also campaigned in 2015, and I also campaigned in 2011. I also campaigned in 2002 for primaries. So I know Bendel. I know Bendel very well, and I know where our challenges are. And this entire area I'm talking about, you needed to see them carrying coffin on their head and crossing a little bamboo bridge during that disaster caused by flood, and how devastated that place is. And I was touched. I was really touched. When we arrived, the National Assembly, it was the first motion I moved. I hear it when you play your jingles. I'm sure you use one of those. That motion is what you use to play your jingle. That when I mentioned Mpa, Itumbos, all those places, that was my first motion. It gave me why people were jubilating with winning Federal House. For me, I was done with the victory song. I was now ready for the work. So the first day, I didn't come there to watch movie. I didn't come for jamboree. I wanted to achieve something from the first day. And it was tough, being a first member, but I pushed until I was given the opportunity to push it. And God was with me. We won that battle on the floor. But after winning the battle on the floor, the leg walk started, because you don't just finish there and leave it there. You need to follow it up. So I started following. God provided the channels for me to follow, and I followed it up. And luckily enough, it was approved. Let me tell you, this project has been approved over a year. This project is supposed to have been done a year ago, but there is seniority in the parliament. We had our sister, who is my senior in parliament, Sister Kiru Onyojocha, and they also have an ecological problem. If you know Munuchi, where she comes from, there's an ecological problem there, and she was considered first. Though I was ready, but mine was ready for execution, but hers was considered first, and I was happy with that, because tomorrow also, if I'm in the house, I would like to be considered before a new member that comes in, so that so. And they assured me that after doing that Munochi area, that mine was going to come, and I said I'm ready to wait. And luckily enough, they approved my own. To people didn't believe. People say, "Oh, it's one thing to move emotion, and what about it? We don't want English. Talk English, and what about it? Did we send you there to just speak in English?" Then when the approval came from government, they say, appropriation is different from implementation. That that the Federal Executive Council has done it, and then where is the funding? Later on, it was funded. Now they say, it's been funded. Where is it going to be flagged off? It's not going to be funded, and it's there. Instead of people jubilating, instead of people being happy, the naysayers will always want to pull your hand. The Bible called them the Tobias and the Sanballats, who come to weaken the hand of Nehemiah when they were rebuilding the walls. They will always be the Tobias and the Sanballats, the discouragers, in the name of politics. No, I don't play politics after I win election. I'm trying to work for you, and all you want to do is to say things that will pull you down, and that is not politics for me. You should support your leadership. So at the end of the day, the funding came. They now set a flag off. And the flag off is going to be on the 27th. You'll be shocked to hear what people are saying. People are jubilating, but other people are saying, why are they making too much noise about flag off? Why are they making too much noise about flag off? People are jubilating. They are celebrating. All their sons and daughters are calling from all over the world, which shows they are appreciating. And the people who have gave us this opportunity to have this project, they are watching how we appreciate. When Jesus Christ healed 10 lepers, only one came back to say thank you. And he asked, what of the others? The remaining 9. Which means saying thank you, being appreciative, being grateful is actually allowed by God and also appreciated by God. So we are celebrating. If you want to go and hawk transformer, they are free to do that. But then the people are celebrating that federal government, out of 3,000 projects presented to it, chose only 9 in the whole federation on ecology. And out of that 9, Bende, Mpa got 1. Doesn't it call for celebration? And they are watching. So for me, it is one of the achievements of this particular tenure. Okay. And I have everything to give praise to God. So it's going to happen on the 27th. We're going to get this job done. Michael?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Michael. Can you hear me?
Go on, please. I can hear you.
Yeah. Good. So we are inviting the traditional rulers, not only from Ogba, from around Bende, because it's a Bende thing. We are inviting President General. We are inviting major stakeholders, people who have served in government offices, people like the chief judge that is from there, a member of House of Assembly that is from there, all those key personalities who are from there. The likes of the Phillips, the likes of Solomon Okobo, the likes of Justice Simo, the likes of all Piccolo, the likes of the Ndezes, and they will come, and also the members of our party and beyond our party. It is not a party affair. All the sons and daughters of Mukba should come together to tell the federal government, because they are sending somebody from the presidency.
Okay, that's on the
27th. Let them see and take back the
27th of
August. To take the information back. Yeah, they should take the information back that these people are very appreciative. Then we leave the rest for us. The rest for us is to make sure that that project is completed within 1 year or thereabout. Within this my tenure.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. So let us do our part. Let's jubilate. Let's thank federal government. Let's thank Mr. President. The NTA will be there. All the media houses are invited to be there
will
to
be
cover
30.
it.
Abia will be 30 on that day, 27th of August.
Beautiful. Abia will be 30, and we are getting a road that is worth 1.3 billion. In fact, the government is free. Ministry of Environment and Ecology in Abia State, all the stakeholders, you come because Mpa is part of Abia. Minister of Mines and Steel, those are the people who are supposed to come. I'm sure that the senator will send a representative there, senator in charge of the district. It's a thing to thank God. It's not every day that you have a federal government give you 12 yes. So is to be.
Yes, it is still all right. It is still Ben Kalu'S mandate, of course. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear now. So let's take the final story just before I throw the lines open. The final question, rather, just before I throw the lines open this hour. The governor of the state made some statement I think should bother you, and I would like to get your reaction. Being a lawmaker, the governor, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, posited that a new constitution is needed. A new constitution is needed to restructure the country and devolve more powers to the federating units, and to entrench resource control by the states, establish federal, state, and local government police formations, and be more responsive to the protection of the rights of all citizens, as well as provide a level playing field where all Nigerians will be treated equally. The governor of the state is calling for a new Nigerian constitution, which will evolve from the will of the people and not foisted on them like the present 1999 constitution. Those are the statement made by Governor Okezie Ikpeazu. We'd like to get your reaction on that, being a lawmaker from Abia State.
you said about the statement made by Governor Okezie Ikpeazu for calling for new constitution. No, I should not be troubled by that. I should not be troubled by that because he acted within the confines of his rights as the governor of a state. People of a state. And if the people of the state is saying that the constitutional amendment that we are doing should incorporate a few things, I don't think it's a wrong call. That is the truth. I don't think it's a wrong call. And he did not make this statement in the state. He made it openly, and he made it in Abuja. And to be honest, I will say it openly that I subscribe to some of the issues raised by him, without mincing word. I believe that the state should be more strengthened. I have said it, and that is why my legislative style has been unbundling the things that are in the exclusive list to go to concurrent list. You've seen me doing that with prisons. You've seen me doing that with a whole lot of other things, and that is what I believe. I believe by doing that, you energize the state, you energize the local government the more, and when you energize them by reducing the power at the center, it will have a ripple effect of kickstarting revenue generation. And making the states and the local government to stop, in his word, being parasitic appendages. That is what he called them. That the state and the local government currently are parasitic appendages of the very powerful federal government. And anybody who says that what he's saying there is wrong, it's biased. That is the truth. If you listen to Okezie Ikpeazu's analogy well, he's not from my party, but if you listen to what he said a situation where states look forward to monthly receipts from Abuja has killed hard work and initiatives. And he made reference to the republic, when the first republic, when the regions thrived well, because they enjoyed what he referred to. And you said that statement is wrong. No, it's not wrong. That statement is it's right, because it will stimulate development from the grassroots.
All right.
You want me to believe that what Okezie Bazu said, that section 215, subsection 4 of the Constitution should be reviewed, which makes the Commissioner of Police in the state to wait to get authority from President from Abuja before acting on maybe a security situation that needs an urgent attention. You know, some of these things are not working, and I'm also an advocate of the state police. The fear of it being mismanaged, you know, has been what has held us there. But we must get to a point where we set up the legal framework in a manner that the fear of that mismanagement will not be depriving us of the benefit of having a security structure that is closer to the people. The one we have now is not. Let truth be told. You know, he said something there. I read his paper very well. He said the existence of single national police outfit is a variant that existence. It's a variant that we are preaching. How can you preach that? You know, we have a federal
Representative
Benjamin,
I'm afraid we have to take calls now so that you can react to some of our callers this hour. The lines are buzzing already. Let's just get reactions on the phone lines before we wrap up the program because of time constraint. 0808.
No, I don't want to take calls for now. I want to finish this before you take.
All right.
Because you see, certain, it must be given education.
All right, go on, please.
So that do not caught assembly have signs of reworking the current constitution, and most of the issues raised by Dr. Okezie Bazu, there were some of the issues submitted during the public hearing on the constitution, as well as memoranda collected from the public. So, to keep leading the advocacy is to keep mounting pressure on the legislative arm to see that we put this into consideration when we go into these amendments. And I can speak on his paper for the whole day, but time will not allow us. Truth be told, the position canvassed by him, I subscribe to those positions. And I do so for the interest of the growth of this nation, because it will deliver more in our nation building effort. Let's leave the rest for another day. I would like to address some of the issues raised by him in another conversation that we'll have.
Okay.
Let's have the people who want to call in.
All right, thank you very much. 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. You can also drop messages on 0906-510-8289. It is Ben Kalu'S mandate. Glad to have you join us at this hour. What's your name?
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Honorable Benjamin Kalu.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, it's Alvin. I'm calling you from Bender. I'm also commend you for your. I'm also commend you for your good work. You know, we are excited that the ecological project you're structured for. But it's not only from the Bender we will still comment. So we are excited about it. Honorable sir, I want to draw your attention to our condition here as regards to electricity. Even though I know you've intervened before, we've been in darkness for the past 6 months. EEDC, they remove us from stuff. Can help us again to ensure that we are reconnected. And again, we are updated on the solar mini grid you attracted. It appears they have stopped, working. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you for that. Yes, glad to have you join us. What's your name?
Hello.
Yes.
My name is Ambassador Kenneth Chukwuemeka. Good morning, the Honorable.
You're welcome. Okay, I think we lost that. If you can call back, we will appreciate. Yes, glad to have you join us on Ben Kalu's mandate. What's your name and where you're calling from? Can you move away from your radio set, please? I will have to let you go because of the holdback from your radio set. Yes, welcome.
Ambassador Caleb.
Yes, can you move away from your radio, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Omar.
All right, Ambassador, you're welcome to Ben Kalu's mandate. Hello. Wow, interesting. Yes, glad to have you join us.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome.
Mr. Michael, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, I want to equally greet Honorable Ben Kanu. I am Henry Enyoko. I'm calling from Umogele Ntega in Isialangwa North. What is true is that I am not from his constituency. But let me say it and say it very unequivocally clear that I am impressed about what this man is doing. Honorable, I want to thank you because what you are doing already is not in contest, because your people equally call and testify. People of Umpa, I have somebody from Umpa here, we married. She has said the same thing, and the people are giving acknowledgement of what you are doing. If that is so, the question is, why are other people of your own bracket, I repeat, of your own bracket in other constituencies, why are they not replicating this type of gesture? Thank you.
All right, thank you for that question. Let's get more reactions. He's going to respond to your questions. Glad to have you join us. What's your name?
Let me thank you, Honorable Ambassador Kenneth. I'm back.
Okay, welcome.
For granting me audience. And that shows you are not a masquerade, as you said. I'm still to do.
What's going on with the network? Yes,
I think that we are going to commission something at Umpa. I think it's a very good development, the federal project.
Yes, what's your name, please? Your name, please.
So when you are going to do, please help tell them to make sure that these bridges are together. Thank you and God bless you.
What's your name, please?
Ambassador Caleb.
All right, you're welcome. Yes, let's get more reactions. Let's see. 0808 182 6949 0811 2949. Also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is Ben Kalu's mandate, and we've been speaking with Representative Benjamin Okezie Kalu, and of course talking about the ecological side, the approval for that that will be taking place. Of course, the groundbreaking ceremony will be taking place on the 27th of August 2021. That's when Abia clocks 30. Now, can you react to some of those calls? Okay, we have someone calling. Yes.
Hello, good morning, Mike.
You're welcome. What's your name, please?
Honorable. Honorable. Yes,
Good morning, sir.
I love what you said this morning to the audience in general. I'm happy that a coward, and where he came from, they are not cowards. They are not what they are. This morning, to the world that you are somebody to go with, to work with, anyway, anytime, any place. We are proud of you.
That court case will end in praise. In the name of Jesus. The enemies will be flawed, disgraced, anywhere they go. In the name of Jesus. You will shine, continue to shine anywhere you go. Go, God bless you. Carry go. If you are brother, I'm go.
All right, thank you, Mr. Unamdi. All right, you can react to the calls now. Representative Benjamin Kalu.
All right, thank you very much. I want to first mention the issue raised by Arvan. Arvan is actually my brother from my community, though a strong member of PDP, but he's very objective in his analysis. On the issue of electricity, you are aware of how much I've invested in the electricity, and which I handed over to you people as been the town union. I am surprised the matter is coming up again, and we will find out from PHCN.
That's
EEDC, what is actually holding it again. From what we agreed before, I will spend some time handling that, and maybe a week or two I'll be around, and we'll see how we'll solve it. I think we'll solve it this time. If we find out what is their problem, we'll try, because it was one of the first things I achieved when I went into their house. I tried to push for the light to be restored. If there's any other challenge, we will find it out and find out what is the problem and solve it. Yeah, on the solar energy, there was a particular document they were waiting for from the DISCO in charge of that area, and that was what delayed their job. And they said they needed to get that document out of the line for them to be able to move. But they assured me last week that they have gotten it. So any moment from now, work will commence again there. They were not actually supposed to have started until they got that document, but because of the way I was pushing them, I wanted them to start early, so that by the time they get the document, the work must have gone far. But now we're following up. They're going to be back in less than 3 weeks or 4 weeks. They'll be back to site and continue from where they stopped. Yeah, another person called from Ungwa and was commending what we are doing, and also said why are other ones not doing the same. Probably because they are not on radio. You may not know how much effort they are making for their people. Everybody have their own style. My own style is that I'm in charge of media in the National Assembly. I'm the spokesperson. There is no how my people will not be getting first-hand information. So that is why I choose this platform, to be able to interact with the people. And you don't expect every one of them to be on radio. You don't expect every one of them to come and debate. Watch out for their town hall meetings. I'm sure during their town hall meetings, which they are all have been mandated to carry out periodically, you watch out for the testimonies of what they are doing for their people. This night's house is different from the previous one, and I'm sure my colleagues are working hard at their various locations. And so we draw near to them, and they may not be on radio, but don't condemn them because they are not on radio. And then I like the man who called to also express his thanks for what is happening. Ogidi is actually my brother, also from my place, and I think he's very emotional and passionate about the court case, because it's an embarrassment to the family. But what can we do? It's what we sign when we join politics, for any debt to be thrown at you. I'm a homegrown boy. I didn't grow in Toronto. I grew up in Bende. I went to school in Bende. My teachers are there. UGB, those of you who go to guest house and go to the restaurants in the local government, that is my teacher there. He taught me in school. You go to Adile, my fine art teacher. He taught me in secondary school. Go to Ekekusi. He taught me English in secondary grammar school, Bende. So I'm a homegrown boy. And for somebody to come up and start attacking the family and telling us that, it's very embarrassing, but we cannot speak about it. We'll wait until the courts finish what they are doing. So I appreciate those who called in, and
let's keep hope alive.
All right. Representative Benjamin Okezie Kalu, we want to really appreciate you. Thank you very much for your time this week on the program Ben Kalu's Mandate, and hopefully we believe you will be present live. That's on Friday during that groundbreaking for that over 1 billion approval done, 1 billion naira approval for the ecological site, and of course
yes,
for road construction.
yes, I'll be live. I'll be live. I'll be there live. So people should come around. Let's appreciate the federal government. I'll be there myself. I'll even come before that time to coordinate things, and all the media houses are invited to come, so that the president will see that the people of Umpa, the people of Bende, the people of Abia, that they appreciate what the government is doing for them. So yes, I won't be sending a delegation. I'll be there, and once I'm around, every August meeting that I'm invited, I'll be there. Every Thanksgiving, I'll be there. Every wedding, I'll be there. So just invite me. I will come.
All right, we do appreciate you for joining us this week on the program Ben Kalu's Mandate. Thank you very much. The program returns next week, and keep hope alive, like he said. Do enjoy the rest of your day.